Okay guys, well it is time to sell the 2012 Lexus GX 460. I've owned this since May of 2018, so almost 3 years now. I bought it at 121,000 miles, now it has 153,500. It's been a really enjoyable vehicle to drive. This is one of my favorite vehicles I think I've ever owned. I think what I like most about the GX is its capability. It can take you just about anywhere, and it can take you there in complete comfort, reliability, and dependability. I've driven this out west to Glacier National Park. We've taken it up north. We've done overlanding with it. Even in stock form, without a lift, without sliders or anything, it does okay. It does the off-road thing. And I don't know of anything else that you can get at this price point that is as comfortable, as luxurious, as reliable as the GX 460. I'm selling this GX because I bought a 2006 Toyota 4Runner for $4,000, and I don't need two vehicles that do the same thing. So it is a bummer that I have to get rid of this. I mean, I don't have to. I could keep it, but I just don't need it. So every few years, I get the itch to get into something different, and it's been about 3 years for this, and it feels about right. I basically just use this for hauling stuff. I put my mountain bike in it a few times a week. We've used it quite a bit for towing. It does a fantastic job, especially with the rear air suspension. This is a premium, so it has the adjustable dampers, the rear air suspension, headlight washers, heated steering wheel, cooled seats, and this one has the Mark Levinson sound system, which I absolutely love, and I think is one of the best sound systems in the Lexus lineup. They really did a good job with this GX. The fact that this hasn't really changed much in the last decade says a lot about its formula, and it's still selling incredibly well. In this video, let's talk about some things that I really like about this car and some things that I don't. I mean, there really isn't much that I don't like about the GX. It's spacious, it's comfortable, it does all the things. I paid $25,000 for this. Right now I have it listed for $19,800, and by the time this video posts, it may have already sold. Who knows? But this one also has a mechanical third row. I believe this may have been the last year, or 2013 was the last year, with the push button third row operation. After that, it was just manual operation, which is fine too, probably a little bit more reliable, but I've never had any issues with any of the mechanics in this car. Everything has been incredibly solid. I've done a little bit of maintenance to this, just normal stuff. Fluid changes, gotten all the diff and transfer case and transmission fluid services up to date, greased the drive shafts, did brakes, bled the brakes. Really the only thing I struggled with this GX was getting tires balanced, but we've got that sorted out now. Let's take this thing for a drive, and we will do, I don't know, have we done a sound system test in the GX? I don't think we have. We did a new one, but I don't know if we've ever done one in this car. I'm really impressed with how well the interior has held up on these. It's not the nicest interior, though. These plastics feel a little bit cheap, and there's some weird design elements. It's not the most attractive interior, but it's functional. It's ergonomically very friendly, except for the climate control buttons. If you're an auto climate control person, you just set it and forget it, but if you want to manually select your fan speed, you have to go into this climate menu. Otherwise, though, this is a really easy vehicle to live with and to use. And the interior has held up incredibly well. No scratches, no creaks, no rattles. It's a really cold morning, so there's a few little creaks here, but they go away, they come and they go, and there's nothing that's persistent or really annoying. This is a really tight and quiet vehicle to live with on a daily basis. It has a reverse camera. You can easily see the tow hitch mount point right there. Something that I always thought was a bit of an omission with these GXs is this one doesn't have blind spot monitoring. I don't know if that was an option back in the day. I assume it was, but that wasn't checked in this car. I've had some really good times in this GX, mostly road trips. This is a fun vehicle to drive. It's one of the few SUVs out there that is still enjoyable to drive, and it's not sporty. It can hustle around a back road. You put this in sport suspension mode, and the dampers stiffen up, and it handles pretty well, actually. It's surprising. When you combine the adjustable dampers with the KDSS, the kinetic sway bars, it does a pretty good job in the twisty corners. Much better than the new 4Runner, much better than the FJ Cruiser. For this Prado 150 4Runner style platform, it actually handles great. The V8 is a fantastic engine. I think it sounds awesome. It's reasonably fuel efficient, gets about 20 to 21 miles to the gallon on the highway on a long road trip. Averaged out over time, I've probably averaged around 17 mpg combined in this GX. I have put premium in it. Some people run regular in these, but really you should stick with premium if you want it to have the most power and just the cleanest, most efficient burn over the lifetime of the vehicle. Minimal deposits, all that stuff. These GXs, the 4.6 for this car, was designed by Lexus to run 91 octane or higher. So I've always done it. It's only about another $500 a year with the miles that I drive. I think it's worth it. The 6-speed automatic transmission has been fantastic. It's super smooth, really nice driving characteristics. It's a little bit, it hunts quite a bit on hills and when you're towing, but on Michigan's mostly flat ground, I have no complaints. It's a little bit weird with cruise control. Where you engage cruise control, you're going up a hill, it's going to kick down a couple gears, and it's just a little bit rough sometimes. So if you live in a hilly area, you're probably already familiar with that if you have a 4Runner, but the GX is kind of the same story. So luckily you can manually select gears or just not run cruise control, but that's kind of one of the only annoyances I have about the driving dynamics of this GX. Again, really only something that I've experienced on road trips when driving this outside of Michigan, where there's actually some ups and downs in the terrain. As a daily driver, this is it's kind of the perfect SUV in my opinion. It's not too big, it's not massive like the Land Cruiser or the LX 570. It's a really usable size. You can place this anywhere. You can take it into town, you can fit it in a parking garage. It's easy to parallel park, it's got good sight lines, and as a result, it's also easier to put into trails and kind of take down those narrow sections that maybe a bigger LX 570 wouldn't be able to get through. And I do like that about the GX. It's kind of the perfect size. It's still pretty heavy. It's 5,300 pounds. It's 800 pounds heavier than my new 4Runner. And you feel the weight, but it does a pretty good job masking it. Ride quality isn't amazing on the coil suspension or the air suspension, but it's pretty good. You can always go with an aftermarket lift kit, and people have pretty good experiences and results with that. I will say putting the 17-inch wheels on did make quite a big difference with ride quality, and it saved a little bit of weight at each corner, which was nice. But I do really like the wheel and tire setup that I went with on this GX. It feels awesome. It performs great. It gets through just about everything. It doesn't particularly excel at any one discipline or any one driving scenario, but it's a good all-around setup. And the TRD wheels match this Knight's Armor Pearl almost perfectly, which I think is kind of cool. I specifically wanted a premium GX because I wanted the heated steering wheel, I wanted the Mark Levinson, and just some of the features that come with the premium package. I was willing to take the risk of, I didn't really know how the air suspension would hold up on these trucks. The 470s had a ton of issues. There was pretty much all of them have failures at some point, but I haven't really heard of any issues on the 460. So if you are shopping for a GX 460 and you want to keep it mostly stock, I would highly recommend the premium. If you can find one without air suspension, I know later on in later years they came out with packages that had some of the good features without the air suspension, but you can always just do a coil conversion if you have any issues, or if you want to do a lift kit. It's pretty easy to do. There's a lot of documentation on the forums on that. Another thing I really like about this GX, speaking of forums, is the community. GXOR, the Facebook group, has been just awesome. It's one of my favorite car communities I've ever been a part of. Haven't really been super active in it, but just kind of reading the posts, talking to people. It's a pretty cool space for GX owners, and it's grown considerably over the years, and that's been a really nice part of owning a GX, is proudly rocking that license plate frame in the back And so good thing, good community. One of the few communities that I've actually really enjoyed being a part of. I'd say the Lexus GX and the Volvo communities are my favorites. Let's test the Mark Levinson. Let's just do a quick sound system test here. Got my music connected to USB, and we'll just get right into it. There's a warmth and a richness to the sound quality here that is just beautiful. I love it. Hopefully that gives you guys a pretty good idea. Again, one of the best Mark Levinson systems I've heard in a Lexus product. It's a really good unit, and I'm actually kind of surprised because I don't listen to the soundtracks that I test sound systems with a lot in my own vehicle, and I'm really surprised at how nice it sounds compared to a lot of other sound systems. So highly recommend the Mark Levinson if you're getting a GX, and you can always just get this one, and you'll have everything that you need in a GX 460. I've got a pretty detailed for sale ad on this. It covers a lot of stuff. Basically, there's only a few issues with this GX. It has a parking sensor out in the front, so I just turned the system off. It's kind of annoying having it beep all the time anyway. And it's not a difficult SUV to place in parking scenarios. It's not massive. You have good sight lines. The reverse camera works great, so that hasn't really been an issue for me personally. A single LED is out in the tail lamp, the passenger side tail light. I think you have to replace the whole tail light to fix it, but again, that hasn't really bothered me too much. Not a big deal. And what else? It probably could use a new battery soon. It's from 2016, but it's still been holding up pretty well this winter. No issues there. The front bumper was repainted at one point. It doesn't perfectly color match, but they did a good job painting. I believe it just had a scratch on it. This is a clean Carfax, no accidents, all original body panels, so that is good. And I think that's it. I mean, this really doesn't have any issues. It doesn't need anything. This is a really solid GX. It's, I would probably if I were keeping this, I'd probably throw a lift kit on it, maybe 2.5 inch or 2 inch Davidson's lift, and some underbody protection, and just call it a day. That's all it really needs. It has 5 matched Cooper Discover AT3 4S tires and 255/70/17, and 5 TRD wheels. So you can rotate with a spare. Everything works out well with that. That is one disadvantage of the GX, is that the spare tire compartment can really only fit a 31.5-inch tire. That's about it. That's it. You can't go anymore. 31.6, forget it. 31.5 is the max. So unless you switch it up with a different type of tow hitch, you go with a 5,000-pound rating instead of the 6,500, which this has, then there's really not much wiggle room in there. I think that covers just about everything. This has been a really good vehicle. I will miss it. If I do miss it too much, I'll just buy another one someday. Yeah, it's been solid. I'm looking forward to Toyota 4Runner ownership and just kind of doing a little bit more of an off-road friendly build with that. I love the simplicity of that 4Runner, but I will miss the luxuries and the amenities of this GX. It's just a fantastic overall package. I know a lot of people have been reaching out and messaging me the last couple days about how, you know, they bought Lexus GXs after watching some of the videos on this one, and I would highly recommend getting one of these if you're thinking about it. There isn't really anything else that does the job as well as these for the price. I can't really think of anything else except for maybe the 4Runner, and we've seen, you know, my 4Runner comparison versus the GX. This just blows it out of the water. There's no comparison. It's a completely different level of vehicle, and it's such a higher quality built item from Lexus. So yeah, I think that sums everything up, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I will be posting this locally for sale on Facebook Marketplace. May put it on Craigslist, but we'll see how interest grows and changes. It's also for sale on the GXOR for sale page on Facebook. So how did Facebook become the place to sell cars all of a sudden? Oh, you know what? One more thing. I'll just walk you guys around some of the flaws while we have things on camera. A few little scratches and scuffs here. The rear bumper has like a weird dripping down it. I don't know what that's from. If it was repainted at one point or not. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? Maybe some type of weird wash or acid got on it. You know, a few little scuffs here and scratches on the side plates, but nothing that's really super noticeable. There is a clear bra on the front of the hood and fenders. This light's getting a little bit faded, could be polished out. The underbody is really clean. I do also have recovery points on here, down below, right there. Those work great. But really, for the mileage and the fact that this was a Michigan vehicle for only a few years before I bought it, it's really clean underneath. All the bolts break loose quickly and easily. And crown rust control has really kept this thing nice and looking rust-free for the last few winters. I would highly recommend them as well as a way to keep your GX, 4Runner, FJ, Tacoma, Tundra, any Toyota vehicle rust-free in the winter elements. All right, guys, well, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. It's been fun sharing this journey with everyone. We'll see you guys in the next video. On to the next one. Take care.